Hatfield, and I'm a volunteer here at Fort Scott. And on behalf of the National Park Service and Fort Scott, I'd like to welcome you here. Barry talked about briefly about the hospital over there and its role in the community. The building that you're in right now, or on the porch, was the original hospital here at Fort Scott. It was built in 1842, and it was in use during the 1840s and the 1850s when the fort was active. So the building, the porch that you're here on is about 170 years old. Okay, it's even older than I am. Now the hospital was very important for several reasons here at Fort Scott. If you were sick and you needed medical attention, this is where you came. Okay. Now there are a couple advantages to being here at the hospital. If you were an infantry soldier here at the fort, you got your daily rations of beans and rice and pork, flour and sugar, and that was pretty much about it. It was a real bland, real repetitious diet. If you were sick and you were here in the hospital, you got better food. You got chicken, you got milk, you got eggs, you got cheese. Okay, so there was a good side to it. But we're going to talk about a few downsides to it too. Now another good thing that you people have that I don't have, you have all these nice cool clothes to wear. In the 1840s we wore wool uniforms. Okay, in the summer they had a white canvas uniform that they wore, but they're very heavy. And none of them breathe very well, so we were pretty warm. You can see this. Now the medical treatment here at the hospital in the 1840s was not what you are used to today, for several reasons. Here at the fort in the 1840s, there were not a lot of surgeries performed. Okay? Most of the treatments here at the fort were disease or illnesses, and a lot of them were illnesses related to alcohol consumption. Okay? A lot of the soldiers got bored, and in their off-duty hours, they drank too much. They wound up in the hospital, and once they were released from here, they probably wound up in the guardhouse. Okay? Because that's not what they were supposed to be doing. Some of the surgeries that were performed here, minor surgeries, if you got boils or something like that, they would lance them. Or if you got blisters, they would lance blisters. If you accidentally cut yourself or had a scrape or an abrasion that needed to be taken care of, they could suture. They didn't do very many amputations or surgeries here at the fort. There was one documented amputation performed here. These are the instruments that they would have used. Okay? That's the soldier that had the amputation performed here in the 1840s. Got into one of the vegetable gardens at night to steal some vegetables, or appropriate some vegetables, I should say. He got in very easily, but on the way out, his foot got caught in the fence, and when he fell, he broke his leg. They didn't have any way to set that leg, so they amputated it. Okay? How many of you ladies want to be a nurse when you grow up? Thank you. How many of you boys want to be a nurse when you grow up? You would have been in luck in the 1840s because there were no ladies that were nurses. All the nurses here in the hospital were men. Okay? Matrons. Basically, they helped keep the wards clean and they helped cook in the kitchen. If you get a chance to come back, the upstairs of the hospital building is set up with take a look at it if you get a chance to see the hospital now. Anybody here been in the hospital for any kind of injury or illness? If you get a chance to walk through there, you'll see that it's not the white, clean, spotless place that you're used to in the hospitals now. A couple of the instruments they pass around the things. Anybody have an idea what this is? Yes. No? Yes.
I don't know if they're called, but like the doctors put them in your ears and they listen to your heartbeat.
Yes. It's called a stethoscope. The new one, the modern ones have earpiece for each ear. This one you listen to it this way, it's in the chest. If you want to try it on your next door neighbor, do it. Feel free to. That's what they used as a stethoscope. A lot of every surgeon had one of those, very few of them used it, okay? And there's a reason for that. Most of the cases I mentioned earlier here in the hospital were treatments of disease. And the treatment of disease was hundreds of years behind the times. If you came here with a disease, we did things to you to help you pass the disease out of the body. And basically we thought that you had contracted a disease because you inhaled contaminated air. And that air might contain decaying vegetable matter or animal matter. So we did things to you to make you pass the disease out of your body. First thing that we would probably do, everybody here know what diarrhea is? Yeah, unfortunately. You came in here and you were complaining of stomach cramps or upset stomach, the first thing that we would probably do would be induce diarrhea. Because we think that when you have diarrhea, you're going to pass all that disease out of your body. Anybody think it's going to work? It's not going to work, okay? It's not going to work. Medications that the Army gave us, they gave us 52 different compounds to use. Okay, out of the 52, there were things in this kit that you have at home. Things like sugar, coffee, tea, milk, condensed milk, and they thought that all those items were tonics and they would make you feel better. Sugar would definitely give you a little bit of a boost. Coffee and tea, the caffeine might give you a little bit of a boost. But really they had no actual effect. On the other side of that, there were about 5 of these compounds that were lead-based, which is a toxic metal. And there are also 4 of them that are mercury-based, which is a very toxic heavy metal. They were actually toxic and poisonous. So those treatments aren't going to really benefit you much either. Now in the 1840s, they did a little procedure to help you get better. It was called bloodletting or bleeding. Okay, and they used these 2 instruments. This is a bleeding basin, and this is called a phleem. Okay, you can see the different planes on there. This really wasn't for surgical people, it was veterinarians. It was used for horses. Okay, come up here for a minute, please. I'll show you how we do a bleeding. So this little cutout accommodates the soldier's elbow, or his arm, and the elbow rests in the basin. And then I'm going to pick one of these little blades, and I'm going to make an incision or a cut right above the elbow. And I'm going to allow him to bleed into this basin. And I'm going to take about 4 to 6 ounces of blood. Thank you. If he's not feeling better this afternoon, I'm going to do it again. Okay? Do you think the disease is going to leave his body and he's going to feel better? No, he's not. I'll pass these around so you can see what they look like. These are reproduction prevention instruments. Now, bloodletting or bleeding was a treatment that dates all the way back to the Greeks and the Romans. They were doing that years and years and years before Fort Scott Hospital. If you ever do any in-depth research on George Washington, George Washington went out riding on his plantation and contracted cold. Cold developed into pneumonia, and his surgeon decided to bleed him using those type tools. They bled him multiple times per day, and they bled him multiple days in succession. And basically, they bled George Washington to death. Okay? Now, if you have come into the hospital with headaches, and we decide to do the bleeding, we're not going to use those tools. We're going to use something else. Anybody have any idea what these are called? No? Yes. Yes, it's a leech.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a headache, we think it's caused because you have too much blood in your head. And so the way we get that blood out, we don't want to use those because we don't want to scar the soldier's face. So we're going to apply a leech under each eye, and probably one at each temple, and we'll leave them on until they fill up with blood and fall off. is supposed to be going. Anybody think it's going to work?
Do it in Mexico.
Pardon me?
They do it in Mexico.
Yeah, leeches are starting to come back. Now there's another thing that we do here at Fort Scott. If you have a very bad cut and you develop an infection, and it's very likely that you will in the 1840s because we don't sterilize our instruments. If you have a very bad infection, we're going to put something in there to help clean it up. Anybody know what it is? Yes. Anybody ever opened the trash can on a real hot summer day and see those little white things crawling around in there? Maggots, yes. We introduced maggots into wounds during the 1840s and 1850s because maggots only eat decaying or dead flesh. So they will actually clean it up, and then a week or so later we'll clean that out again and bandage it up, and it should heal a cut. No, these are artificial wounds. Now I mentioned that all the nurses here in this hospital were men, and we did very few surgeries, but when we did surgeries, everybody knows what an infection is, right? Infections were very, very common with wounds and surgeries during the 1840s because we didn't clean these. If I had 4 patients today, I might wipe them off on the bottom of my coat and go on to the next patient. We didn't believe in virus or bacteria causing disease like we know it does now. Remember what I told you caused disease back in the 1840s, what they thought? Yes. Okay, they thought that you inhaled contaminated air and that caused your disease. So by not cleaning these, if this patient gets a surgery, or even a minor surgery, and we use these dirty instruments on the next patient, this one, what's going to happen?
You will get the infection.
Yes, I'm going to pass it from that patient to this patient, and the next one, and the next one. Okay, while you're here in the hospital, this building is built with these porches because we think in the 1840s that the more air, fresh air you get, the better your chances are of recovery. So here in the hospital, you can come out on the porch. You're not allowed to leave the hospital grounds, but you can come out here, you can get fresh air, you can get exercise. And there was also a courtyard back here behind the hospital, in front of it now. And that was enclosed by a fence, and it had the outhouses, and there was a garden out there, and you could get your exercise out here. And the roof over the porch protected you from the rain and the sun, because in the 1840s we thought it was very unhealthy for you to get sun. Okay? Close. Yes.
Actually, they were kind of white.
That's right. That's right. In the 1840s, the reason we had these long sleeves, and you ladies had long sleeves too, and you'll see all the other people dressed up with long sleeves. It protected you from the sun, as well as the hats. Even the ladies wore hats when they were outside. Now, somebody asked me earlier over there, they were talking about a battle here at the fort. There never were any battles here at the fort. Okay? The fort was constructed to keep peace between the Indian tribes here. There might have occasionally been a bullet wound. It would have been an accidental. There it is. Okay, I need you to give me back everything that I passed around. You guys know where you're going next?
Watch it. Yeah.
You know?
I need to make a line. Hey, go get your line. Hurry. Yeah. This is hanging too loud. Come on. Your line's over here. Keelan, your line's over here. Hurry.
Okay, Mason and